If you look on the expanse of the internet, there are actually people out there who believe that wearing a mask to stop a virus is about as effective as wearing underwear to stop the spread of a fart. Look, people, what I always say is, if you're going to be an active participant in the land of the free, home of the brave, and live as a true free man, make sure you only do those things that are approved by your local, state, and federal authorities. If you have sunlight, you'll have boiled, sterilized water from virtually any water source with the BitChute solar cooker, without building a fire and without electricity. My link for your massive discount is in the description below. I want to show you an example of why I always say politics and mainstream media is the clever and deceptive art and practice of using euphemisms, lies, emotionalism, propaganda, and fear-mongering in order to dupe average people into accepting and even demanding the chains of their own enslavement. Under this new video from the Today Show, they have 2.33 million subscribers. Under the heading, Texas may have to shut down again, Governor warns. I want to show you this one particular comment that I found that's indicative of how a lot of people feel. This person says, "Oh my God, hope Governor Abbott acts in time. Thank you, Governor Abbott, for enacting mandatory mask wearing for Texas. Please extend the date and mandate only social distancing, outdoor dining only. Please continue doing the right thing for Texans, even though President Trump refuses to serve and protect all of America. He has checked out during a global pandemic, COVID-19 virus, leaving each state, each city, each family to try to survive the virus with no national leadership." Check out this video right here.
Across the state of Texas, the calls for help just keep coming.
I've never seen anything like this before.
Fear is the biggest part of this disease.
Paramedics in Fort Worth stretched to their limits.
So to us, everybody that we come in contact with, we automatically treat as if they're COVID positive.
I just think that sounds exhausting.
It is. The days are longer, the weeks are longer.
Texas recording 105 COVID-19 deaths on Thursday, the state's deadliest day so far. More than 9,600 people are hospitalized with the virus.
Just a real quick public service announcement, guys. Don't forget to wear your masks because the government says so. CNN says so, MSLSD says so, and the Today Show says so. Bill Nye says so, Tom Hanks says so, and Gil Bates says so. Wear your masks. Practice social distancing, and if at all possible, shelter in place because you have to keep yourself safe from CV-19. I'm serious, guys. That's what YouTube wants me to say.
Why? The coronavirus is spreading so rapidly across the state of Texas.
Governor Greg Abbott warning next week's numbers will be worse, ordering the suspension of elective surgeries in dozens of counties and reminding Texans to follow his statewide mask order.
Check out that sign. Face masks are required. Masks must be worn the entire time. Wear your masks.
Or risk another shutdown.
The only way we can prevent Texas from being shut down is for everybody to adopt this practice of wearing a face mask.
The surge in cases could also delay the reopening of schools in August by at least a month.
Well, initially that was a backup plan that I had, but now that backup plan is becoming more of a reality.
For those on the front lines, fighting the virus comes at a personal cost. Paramedic Jason Reed spends his own money to stay at a hotel so he won't infect his teenage son.
And even when I'm home, me and my son used to be really close. We'd always sit real close to each other. And since this whole COVID thing's been going on, I make sure that we stay a decent amount of distance from each other.
See, if you obey social distancing, you and your family members can grow apart. Isn't that great? That's what we need to do. We've got to defeat this virus. And if it means driving a wedge between families and relationships, by golly, that's what we need to do.
Because I'm afraid that I would potentially give it to him if I bring it home with me.
He's got to be so proud of what you're doing.
I'd like to think so.
Well, Garrett, we heard there the governor was talking about possibly shutting down the place again. So things are getting worse, obviously. So what would a shutdown look like?
Well, the governor has said a broad statewide shutdown would be a last resort, something he is desperate to avoid. He's already closed bars, and there's been some pressure from local officials in places like Dallas and Houston to go a little bit further.
So more business owners are going to go out of business. More lives and livelihoods will be jeopardized. More people will be forced out into the streets and become homeless. More people will go into foreclosure, declare bankruptcy. That's what's going to happen, guys. But don't forget, you have to wear your masks, because that's what YouTube wants me to tell you to do. YouTube actually wants me and mainstream media and government functionaries to give you medical advice to wear your masks. Protect yourself from this crazy, invisible enemy.
And close indoor dining and maybe also gyms. Essentially any place where you are inside and can't wear your mask at all times.
So guys, wear your masks at all times. It's going to be worth it in the long run. We can defeat this enemy. If you guys enjoy these videos, the best thing you can do is like and share this video with everybody you can, everywhere you can on social media. It's the only way I can combat YouTube censorship and corporate media oligarchs and billionaires. Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the Google Thought Police in the comments section below, and I'll see you guys in the next heavily censored shadow ban video. If you get something out of this content and you want to support this channel, one of the best ways you can do that is by liking this video and sharing it with everybody you can, everywhere you can on social media. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification icon so that whenever I upload a video, you're one of the first to see it. If you want to further support the channel, the Patreon, PayPal, Bitcoin, and Subscribestar links are in the description below and in the pinned comment. Or you can grab one of these conversation-starting, hard-hitting designs that you can put on any shirt, hoodie, or mug from the shirt store, and that link is also in the description. Your purchase helps support more content on this channel. I will see you guys in the next heavily censored, shadow banned, and now 100% demonetized video.